Connor and you're watching Inspired by Music.
Okay, so we hear you've got new plans for 2011 and you've been really busy working in LA and stuff. Tell us a bit about your ventures and your ideas.
Well, I started out at the beginning of the year releasing my first single, Now or Never. That charted quite well, so I had lots of gigs, lots of shows to do. I flew out to New York. I've got a manager in New York now, so I flew out to see him and work with another songwriter called August Rigo. We wrote another 5 tracks. Released my second single, Bring It. And then this summer I've just been abroad gigging. I've done Glastonbury, Wireless, and now I'm ready to shoot the video for my next single.
You're not allowed to tell us. You're going to keep that one a mystery.
I don't know. Maybe by the end of it.
So what have you got planned for 2011? 2012, have you got bigger ideas?
Yeah, hopefully I'm going to release a single towards the end of this year, so it should be out next year. I think it's a fab song. It's really got an international sound, so hopefully people in other countries will hear it and I'll get to do more gigs, and I've got a really good collaboration on this one, so hopefully that will take me overseas, and who knows, might get some more collaborations in the future.
So you're still going to keep that one a mystery too?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you could work with any international artist, who would it be?
Oh gosh, see now, somebody asked me this a few months ago and I told them who it was and they're on my next record, so I can't tell you.
If there was like a
any
second
others,
person.
I'd love to do something with Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
But I think everybody would. And I'd love to do something with a female, another singer perhaps, or I just think nobody's done that. I think it would be a good idea.
Yeah. What do you think of our new music scene? Because obviously we've got Jessie J, we've got so many new artists. What do you think of them?
I just think the UK music scene is just taking over at the moment, especially with females. There was none last year, and this year kind of been flooded. I remember going to the Mobos last year and there was no female artists there. This year you've got Katie B, Jessie J, Ellie Goulding, you've got everybody there. We've really taken over.
Future, I got vision, psychic. She don't drive me mad.
Who inspires me today? It's people like Rihanna, Nicki Minaj, Jessie J, she's got a fantastic voice. Just everybody that's doing really well at the moment, I think.
Yeah, so what kind of music are you into?
I listen to absolutely everything. I like indie, I like rock, I like classical, jazz, proper R&B, like underground R&B, bashment. I listen to everything. I think if you're a musician, you've got to what's the word? Appreciate every kind of music, otherwise you just get stuck in one little zone.
Yeah, alright, well we've got some really random questions for you. What would be your second favourite job?
Second favourite job? Oh gosh, I'd like to be the boss of a record label. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah, okay, if you could...
It's so annoying.
If you could be in any group or any band, who would it be?
Any group or band? Oh gosh. I don't know, you know. Group or band? Maybe 112, because it's all boys.
Okay, what would you, like, this is a bit emotional now, what do you think of the death of Amy Winehouse? I mean, I know she was really talented and everybody knew about her, so from a artist perspective, what do you make of it?
Well, obviously it was absolutely terrible news. Amy was such a talented singer, and I was inspired by so many other singers out there. I mean, everybody kind of looked up to her as talent-wise. She was at the top of their game, really, but obviously with her addictions and stuff like that, you know, it got in the way, and it was kind of inevitable what was going to happen, really. But you know, she'll always be remembered for being an absolutely great artist, and I think that's what everybody needs to concentrate on now, and not the bad side of it, because, you know, we can't change what's happened.
Okay, well, we've got a few questions from your fans. Ellie, who you obviously know.
Ellie.
She
Ellie
said,
pops up everywhere.
we've heard about it. We've heard about it. Have you ever had a strange dream about your fans?
A A strange dream? Unfortunately not, no. I
Never?
haven't, no.
Okay. Arman Bhatti said, who's your favourite politician?
My favourite
Politician.
politician? Oh gosh. Unfortunately, I'm really not well up on politics, and I should be. Maybe Barack Obama, just because I think his style's a bit cool.
Yeah. Now, you've been president for many years now, but does it still feel a bit weird being president and being famous?
I don't see myself as being famous at all. When I do get noticed, like in the street and when I go out and things like that, I kind of think, do you know me from somewhere? I forget all the time. Like, they look at me and go, hello, and I'm like, don't know who you are. And then it clicks, and I think, oh yeah. I don't really see myself as being famous. But you know, I like the fact that, you know, I turn the TV on and I can see my music being played and things like that. So I'd need to stay present. I'd rather be present than past.
Yeah. In 5 years' time, where do you want to see yourself?
Hopefully just selling albums and filling out arenas, really. I want to go on tour next year. I want to support somebody. I want to release my album and hopefully it will go top 10 and just create more of a buzz about myself, create more fans and just become more successful, really. I'm not striving for one particular thing. I just want to be more successful than what I am now.
Yeah, okay, so what is a typical day, Jodie? When you're chillaxing, on a nice day, when you're not working?
Typical day, I don't get up till late. I don't get dressed for ages. I don't wash my hair. I don't put makeup on. I probably eat loads, watch a good film, have a glass of wine, maybe go to the cinema. Just really chilled out stuff where I don't need to make an effort.
Yeah. Tell us a bit about how you kind of got yourself into the music industry and how you got yourself signed.
How I got myself signed was through Wiley. He was based in Manchester and I was working with Darwood, who's produced like the whole of my album. He came up to the studio to see us, played him some stuff, which we've obviously been working on it for years. We started to write some tracks together, and then one day I co-wrote Good Times with Darwood, and he listened to it and just said it's a hit. Went to the record label and it got signed, and then from there obviously I did the video, got myself noticed, and then I got my own record deal. It sounds like really easy, but it's took me like 15 years.
Yeah.
So.
Have you always known that you wanted to be in the music
I've
industry?
always wanted to do it, and I've done other jobs. Used to work with young offenders and things like that. Quite serious jobs. And I used to do like this in the evenings and at weekends, and then obviously once it took off I quit that job and pursued this one.
Tell us a bit about like what you did in that job. And
I used to try and stop young people from reoffending. So basically they could be in prison, they might have a bad situation at home, they could be on a court order, they could be going to court for committing a crime, and basically it'd be my job to step in and try and steer them in the right direction, and by doing various different things.
do you ever regret leaving?
No, I don't. It was a challenging job and it was rewarding, but I wouldn't give this up for anything.
Okay, well thanks so much for speaking to us, and
No
we
problem.
wish you all the best in the future.
Oh, thank you very much.